If you're unhappy with yourself, then what's holding you back from change? Did you know that whom the Son sets free is free indeed? That word free there is liberating to us because it sets us free from all the shackles. It sets us free from the mindset. It sets us free from who we used to be, from our past. Why change? Well, when you change, your atmosphere changes, including the people around you. Have you ever been in a room and that person comes into the room and all of a sudden it feels just like a dark cloud just covered that room and you're uncomfortable now? Or how about vice versa? Someone comes in that room and all of a sudden the mood changes to where now it's happy, it's joyful. You see, this is what change does. You don't want to be the one who goes into the room and everybody else has to tense up because you're there. You don't want that because that is putting yourself in a prison as well as those around you. So when you change, you're actually freeing those around you so that they can be themselves. And God wants, of course, you to be yourself. Is change possible, you ask? Well, change is possible. It's just gonna have to be if you want it. If you truly want change, then you're going to change. Eventually, somewhere along the line, you're gonna have to want it. If you don't want it, then throw this message out the window because it's not gonna help you. But if you want change, it's possible for you. Change is a mountain that has to be climbed. Listen to this. If you don't like who you've been, it's going to be a struggle to untangle who you created or who they created. Now, what does this mean? Well, who you created. You created something that now you don't like because you're listening to me. You want change. Or you don't like who they taught you to be. And you know that that's not you. You know that you're not happy with who you are, whether it was they taught you that way or whether it's you taught yourself to be that person. But you know deep in your heart that that's not you. You can't be you. You can't be the joyful person and the lovable person that you know that you are. And you're covering that up with someone you created or someone they created in you. So the struggle is going to be that you're going to have to fight against this because you've been that person for so long. So now that you want change, it's going to be an uphill battle. But anything is possible with Christ on your side. I'm telling you right now that if you don't like who you are, it's going to be a struggle to change it. But you can change back to who God wants you to be or who God intended you to be. God wants you to be you. He does not want you to be your parents. He does not want you to be your friends. He does not want you to be someone that you created. He wants you to be authentic. He wants you to be you. And that's why the struggle is going to be hard because you have built this person up inside of you so much that you're going to have to deny yourself and you're going to have to be free from that person and you're going to have to fight to be who God intended you to be. After you've changed, then change comes easy. Listen, once you have defeated it, anything is possible. When you have taken that initial step of faith, anytime that something seems impossible, you know now that all things are possible. Now, if you have to take a step of faith for anything, you do it because you know, hey, if I can change, then anything can happen in my life. Then I can be who God wants me to be. I can be blessed. I can do exactly what God's called me to be, and I'm not limited by who that person was. Now I am free and now I am authentic and now I can do anything. See, so now after that first initial step of faith of changing your life, now anytime something has to be changed or anytime you need to take a step of faith, it just is now a lot more easier to do. Now that you have changed, you can be the person that God wants you to be. You couldn't be that person before because you were limited by who you created. You were limited by who you were. And now you are free from that person that you weren't. Because God did not want you to be that person. God wants you to be you, the authentic you. And you being you, God is going to bless. Because now you're not trying to hide behind some mask. You see, if you don't like who you've been, change it. And I'm telling you right now that your blessings are going to come. God's going to open up those doors for you, but you have to be authentic. You have to be you. You know if who you are is who God wanted you to be, because you'll know right away that you're not happy with yourself. And if you're not happy with yourself, then please don't live that way. Change it. Change it. Be who God wants you to be in here. Pray about it. Ask God to reveal to you. Ask God to show you, and He will.